trying is the best way to start, right? If I want it to be the best, I have to work next to best chef. I have to be around the best. Like, I knew it. Like, in your 20s, to do it not for the money, just for the learning and getting better. And money gonna come, right? While you're doing it, there is a lot of people watching you. Some of them watching you to fail. They want you to fail big. Other people are inspired by you. Other people are depending on you.
Everyone thinks when you win something like that, like you're gonna walk off stage and they're gonna be like, here's $1 billion. Yeah, here's $1 billion. You go do whatever you want.
That's what was your head too.
What's good, crew? Daniel here, and this is Dine Grind, the show that plates up kitchen grit with entrepreneurial hustle. Quick shout out before we fire up the convo. Years ago, I wiped out on a slick kitchen floor and paid for it, in medical bills and pain. So I teamed up with one of the top orthopedic surgeons and a fellow restaurateur to build Snibs, non-slip all-day shoes made for folks who grind on their feet. Proud sponsor of this podcast. Today's service is all about how flavor can jump borders faster than you can yell behind. My guest, Chef Charbel Hayek, left Beirut for the white hot line at Melis, snatched the trophy on Top Chef Middle East and North Africa at only 24 years old, and now paints West Hollywood with Levantine color at Ladyhawk, home of the manouche that stopped my table talk as far as beauty, taste, everything. And we're slicing into his hustle, the heritage, and the business math that lets great food travel without losing its passport. Aprons on, service starts now. Chef Charbel, it's great to have you here.
Bro, you're so natural about it. I love it. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
It's my pleasure. So I want to bring the audience into the first time I came to your restaurant, because I hadn't known you at the time, and I had to make sure I had a chance to walk over and say hi. So I'm sitting down, I'm with my wife and a few other friends, and the first dish comes out. And I see you in the corner, and I figured you were the chef, but I was like, because I did a little bit of research prior. And I see you, and you're hand making this manouche. Manouche.
That's the right way.
And it's this amazing fermented dough. But what was so unique about it, and I mean, listen, flavor profile is out of bounds.
Thank you.
But it was beauty on the plate.
Yeah.
And it brought me to this place where I feel like food in our culture, there's two very kind of polarizing experiences. You either have home style food, which is very rustic and simplistic, or you have foams and things where you're like, what the hell's going on in this dish? And I think what you did was you made it feel both.
That's exactly what the intent behind
that was the okay, well done.
Because like it's very good, like when you cook your own food, to keep the identity. Like sometimes less is more, and a small touch can make a big difference. You don't need a foam and all this stuff. When I started cooking, this is what we focused on. You know, as a young chef, we want to learn something new, and we're watching other chefs doing it. But after you do it for a couple of times, you're like, I don't want to eat it every day. Like I want to cook food that people eat it every day, but also they feel special every time they have it. So I'm glad you
picked up on it.
Yeah.
You did a great job of it. It's easy to pick up on.
I appreciate it. Bro.
That's actually a pretty unique perspective, because I do think as chefs, it's hard. You want to push boundaries, but that's not what people want all the time. And unless you want to be one of the few Alineas, the El Bullis, like the places in the world that will kind of define the culture of creative, let's make food fun, beautiful, approachable.
100%. And even what you do, like you're so good. Like you have a lot of food truck and stuff. I mean, it's great. It's good food.
It's good food. Yeah, and it's truthful in nature. So let's talk about that a little bit, because you've worked at some of the best restaurants in the world. But let's start at your mom's kitchen.
I mean, this is when I found out, I think I'm passionate about it, because like I grew up in a house where there's always good food around, and I was so bad at school, so I wanted like a way out. Finding myself around my mom naturally, doing small stuff, and this is when I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to try it. People think when you're passionate about something, from day one you're gonna nail it. But I'll tell you, I've tried so many weird combinations and flavors in the beginning, and then even today, sometimes I have an idea, it doesn't work, right? Trying is the best way to start, right? My philosophy was very simple. If I wanted to be the best, I have to work next to best chef. So I started in Lebanon working with a great chef, and I learned a lot over there. Moved to Paris for a couple of years, did the same thing, and the this whole period I was learning other people's food, which is great. As a young chef, I didn't want to cook my cuisine. That's the weird part about it. Like I was like shying away from it and running away from it because I wanted to learn French, Italian, like Spanish. Until I was on Top Chef, they asked us like, cook a dish that speak about you,
Wow.
tell us about you from
From
a
a
dish.
dish.
And this is when it clicked back. It took me back to childhood memory, or like dishes I used to take it from granted. But learning technique of cooking along the way, this is when you, under pressure, you can put it in a beautiful way and shine this traditional dish in a new way, like the za'atar manouche, for example.
Sure.
And I was so surprised that actually judges loved the food. And I'm like, this is when I get the opportunity to open my first restaurant. I'm like, it gotta be something speak about me, right?
Wow. So, I grew up in a Middle Eastern culture, and I think one of the things that I wish, because my mom was amazing, she would cook all this great food, but there was some kind of hesitation to let men into the kitchen. Even though the best chefs typically in those cultures are men, the women don't want to teach the men for some reason. It's like a weird taboo, right?
Yeah.
And so did your mom let you, did she teach you, or did you have to kind of learn for yourself separate?
I think starting from your family, people can see passion, right? I mean, there is difference between being annoying and just being curious. And I was always curious and asked questions, and she was so nice that she was like teaching me. But what I learned from her is the love for food and for cooking. Not a lot of techniques, because I mean she's old school cooking. And then you take it to the market and you start learning this new technique and you put it together.
It's totally true. I know. I would see what my mom would do, and she's like, "Oh, you just put the meat into the stew." And I was like, "No, you don't do that. You gotta sear it."
Yeah. There is no recipe.
Yeah.
I mean, till today, at Laya, she make like couple dishes. Like she make like the homemade labneh from scratch.
Your mom does that?
Yeah, she come like twice a week. And
Yeah,
3 times
that's
a week.
awesome. Okay.
And then I told her, Mom, I want the recipe. Write it down. And she wrote it down, and I'm like, just in case, you want to travel or you're away for a couple of weeks, I just want to make sure the team does it right. I swear to God, we tried to do it without her. It didn't work. And it's the same way, but that's the love and connection. I'm like, Mom, you need to give me 2 days a week minimum and
to teach you, work with you on it. Yeah. Well, that's a pretty cool thing you get to do. It's a story for another time, but I lost my mom, and
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And I look back at those moments of cooking with her and spending time with her in the kitchen with like just the most fondness, because it is a special place to connect without borders.
100%.
Yeah, it's love, man. And I felt that when I was in your restaurant. There was a lot of love.
Thank you, man.
Cool. You work with one of the most, I think, special chefs in LA. Josiah, French, charismatic, wild, very tough. Yes, exactly. And you come from Paris before that, right? So how LA on the map? How does it happen that you end up here in our city?
Listen, I was so happy in Paris, and that wasn't the plan to come here. And my dad called me. He's like, we got the green card. He applied for it like a couple of years ago, and then I'm like, okay.
Hot commodity.
Yes. He's like, then you should meet us there. I'm like, I'm happy here. He's like, but don't waste the opportunity. And I was stupid at the time. I didn't understand. And then I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I came here. I had a tough year because I have a high expectation that I don't want to waste any moment of cooking in the regular kitchen. I have to be around the best. Like I knew it. Like in your 20s, you have to do it not for the money, just for the learning and getting better. And money gonna come, right? And I was living in San Bernardino and Googling best restaurant, Michelin star, and then
nothing's in San
Bernardino. And then Middle East pop up, and then so I applied. But before that, I spent 6 months. I just needed money, so I worked in a butcher shop in Granada Hills. I just went there, and he said, "I'll pay you like a couple grand, whatever." I'm like, "I'll take it."
Wow.
So for 6 months, I was like cleaning meat and like working as a butcher, coming from France, and then sleeping in his warehouse because I think I couldn't afford a house or apartment, and my family live in San Bernardino. I think looking at it from now, I won't change a thing because it taught me a lot. Right now, I'm doing okay for myself, so I really appreciate what I have. But like sleeping in the warehouse and taking gym in LA Fitness because there is no bathroom and all this stuff shape you as a man. And just work very hard until like you get the opportunity, and it just built something in you, right? And I'm grateful that I had to experience it at a very young age. Now I think it paid off, you know?
Big time. And I think I've been there
Yeah.
in a different way, but I remember some of those moments, and I love the perspective. Who in your life taught you that lesson that in your 20s, it's about gaining experience rather than trying to make money?
It's a lot of people you meet, and one of them, of course, my dad. Like, I look up to him a lot, and we live in a time where everything is available. Like, you can hear the story of one of the most successful guys through your phone, right? Like 30 years ago, you couldn't have this access, right? So I feel like the resources are available for everybody. It's just who is so addicted and hungry to get better, he gonna search for it, right? And I think you gotta have to be a bit gone up there. And no, really, I believe it, and be a bit like dream so big that even if you miss, you know,
You'll be happy.
you go, like, whatever you achieved is big enough.
Yeah.
And like in my head right now, it's funny. I'm competing against people who doesn't even know my name. Yeah, right. But that's the vision. And there's always something where, as men, we, especially for me, the chase is better than the hunt. Like the feeling I get until like when I'm building something is way better when I get it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you know, it's kind of weird, right?
No, it's they say that most of the people who win a gold medal, after they win a gold medal, it's kind of depression.
What's next?
Yeah, because what's next? You did the hardest thing, in the world.
You have to always like put a bigger goal.
Change
like
the perspective.
Always like have a different perspective for it.
But I think what's important too, and just from what you shared, and I think is that you have to enjoy the journey.
100%.
Yeah, because if not, when you get there, you're not going to enjoy it. So what part are you enjoying?
That's why it's very important to be passionate about what you do. For me, if I cook all day, I'm not even working. You know, like that's the passion, and that's what's gonna make you enjoy it, because it's gonna be tough anyway.
Sure.
Like opening a restaurant is so chaotic, but you know, it's like it's so stressful. But in the moment, I'm like, I'm sweating onions. I enjoy it. Like I enjoy peeling garlic, all this small stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a worker. Right?
I love that.
But that's the beauty of it.
Well, you've also lived my dream. So I don't know why, but I've always wanted to work in either fish butchery or animal butchery, because I'm like, you know, there's a million guys on my line who can butcher a fish better than me. Like I can do it, but you know, they can do it 3 times faster and more. And I was like, that's like something that you just need to do 1,000 times, and then you'll be better at it than most of the other people.
And you're fine doing it when you're young.
Yeah.
That's why
I can't do it now.
Yeah, exactly. I tell like the cooks I have, like some of them are young. I'm like, bro, like now do the stuff that you don't like to do, because like at 30, you'll be good at it and you don't have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And so what, in your leadership in your kitchen, how do you work with your chefs? I mean, coming from that difficult world that you grew up in and that you built your career in, do you treat them kind of like Josiah or no?
No. To be honest, like I thought I would be like that. I'm not saying anything wrong with the old school mentality, but I mean, time is different.
Totally.
And, people change. I see now people are a bit more soft, and it is what it is.
Very true.
It's a fact. You gotta have to realize it so you know who you're dealing with. And then also, like, I remember the time when I used to get yelled at and be pressured. I didn't really hate it, but I never performed better. You know, I get yelled so many times, like from Paris to Lebanon to even when I started here. I never remember that I performed better. I'm just too stressed to even focus, and you just have to suck it and keep going. That's what we did, but that's why I don't want that in my kitchen. But it's a very intense work. And yeah, it's very intense environment. Sometimes like it slip, but my team now know me very well that nothing is personal, and I push everybody. Like I tell the dishwasher or the cook whenever I had a chance to talk to them, I'm like, bro, we're maybe a couple years difference. Like if I can do it, you can do it. Like I'm not even from here, right? Like I learned English when I moved here.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't speak. My second language is French, because like in Lebanon we speak French, and it's possible to everybody. And I'm not the smartest guy, trust me. Like I'm only good at cooking. Everything else, I'm like whatever. You know?
No, I don't believe that.
I think personally, first 10 years and even 20 years of your life, focus at one thing only, whatever you're good at. Like if you're good at cooking, like some people are good at just talking to people.
Sure.
Like, focus on that and then the rest will follow.
Awesome. Okay. So we're working at Melise. You're getting your feel for the LA culture.
Yeah.
It's very different here.
Beautiful culture, though.
I love LA. I'm the biggest person. I'm
Yes.
like, every time anyone talks trash about LA, I'm
No,
like,
fuck
yeah,
that.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Go live somewhere else.
Yeah. Or
appreciate it.
everyone just wants to talk trash. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So you're in LA and COVID happens.
Yeah.
I remember when COVID happened, I closed all my restaurants. I mean, it was the worst time. I think LA was one of the worst managed cities in all the United States during COVID. You were waiting for Eater to tell you if you can open your restaurant or not. A news publication has nothing to do with the city. And at that time, you got laid off, right? Okay, so walk me through. I know you're driven. I know you have good energy.
Yeah.
How do you get a opportunity to go on one of the biggest television shows in the world? And how did it all happen?
The most random story ever. I just got an email, and I thought it's a scam or something. So I took a screenshot, sent to my brother. I'm like, I don't think it's true. Like, they're asking me to go compete. I'm a sous chef and the line had. And he's like, just check it out, jump on a call. I'm like, okay, I'll jump on a call. And they're like, yeah, we saw you on Instagram. And if you go on my Instagram way back, you'll see I only used to post about food. I mean, now it's a bit of everything, but before I would post like what dish I plated. So it's like a gallery of food. And what I found out that producers, while they're looking for talent, they go on Instagram and see like chefs who are from the Middle East, who live abroad, so they have kind of beautiful story, who are so passionate and focused on food, and then they take a chance, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, in my head, I'm always the best. Like,
I'm already one.
Like,
you have to think that way.
Before I was even worse. Like, now I get humbled a bit in life, but before you're like, no one can beat me.
Well, that's what your 20s are all about, my friend.
I swear to God, you're delusional. And
that's how it has to be. Yeah.
So I went and I actually ended up winning it. So,
wow.
And I was the youngest between all of them. And
how far are we into COVID? Is it like early COVID or like
mid-COVID?
Mid-COVID. So you took 6 months to a year off, no work.
Actually, it was like 4 months.
Okay.
And then I came back and I started doing private chef.
Oh, no, sorry. Between COVID shutting down the restaurant and you leaving for the Top Chef.
Oh, from
working.
From working?
Yeah.
In the restaurant?
Yeah.
3 years.
Okay, got it.
And the second I get back to restaurant, I had my own.
So yeah, that was okay. Got it.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did Top Chef. I did private chef for 2 years.
Wow.
After winning Top Chef.
Okay. Everyone thinks like I have a similar story. So right when COVID happened, I was going through all this difficult times, closed my restaurants, and I get asked to do the all-star season of the Great Food Truck Race. And so during COVID, I pick up, I go, and I compete in this competition. And so what everyone thinks when you win something like that, like you're going to walk off stage and they're going to be like, here's $1 billion. Yeah, here's $1 billion. You go do whatever you want.
That's what was your head too, because this is what I thought too. And I won Top Chef. My expectations were so high. I thought I can open my inbox and I have everybody want me. And I'm like, it took 2 years to actually get a real opportunity. I was like doing stuff here and there. But again, every person has a different timing. Like some people cannot make it on like before 30, but that doesn't mean that I'm better or somebody better. Like
sure.
It's just, I feel like maybe at 35, you're going to go way bigger, right? Just be ready, because whenever you get the opportunity, you just better deliver. And it's so hard to get the first opportunity in life, like a big one. And when you get it, you can build a lot on it. And this is where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm not there yet. I'm very aware that I'm very fragile also. So my head down, I'm working and building, and we'll see how it's going to go in 10 years.
Amen. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about where you're at today.
Yeah.
So right now, we have my favorite restaurant in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
Ladyhawk. It's just down the street.
Thank you, brother.
Great restaurant. And then you have Laya.
Yeah.
And then you also are...
I'm opening another restaurant in San Clemente, Orange County.
I grew up in Orange County. I know the area well, yes.
It's a beautiful space. And
that one looks, I mean, from the pictures I've seen online, it looks like it's going to be just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
How many seats?
122.
And then here is almost the same, right?
And Laya, it's like 180. And at Ladyhawk, is like 105, 110, a bit smaller. And in San Clemente, we're going to do like Mediterranean, a bit Greek, Spanish, heavy seafood. The menu looking great. Like we're so close. Like we're projecting opening in mid-September.
Wow.
And after that, I also have Vegas coming up, and it's Vegas gonna be like a classic Lebanese restaurant, and I'm excited for this one too.
Wow. And so you said it yourself, which is this is your moment to capitalize. And so, you know, it's difficult and I remember this well. Opening my first restaurant was the hardest thing I've ever done. Opening my second restaurant was almost the hardest thing I've ever done. Opening the third, it doesn't really get easier. Like some parts, because you could start to take a team member from here and things like that, which does make a huge difference. But you're now in the process of building. And I wonder, what are you most excited about when you think about your future? And then what concerns you? What is the biggest, you think, you know, kind of, I don't want to call it a fear because I know you well enough to know that you conquer your fears, but what are the things that kind of intense for you?
When I really think about it, and I'm an overthinker, and I love being an overthinker, by the way. I think it's a blessing. It keeps me up at night thinking about like how passionate and how ambitious I am. Like when enough gonna be enough sometimes, like because I thought when I have one restaurant I'll be content, and you know I'm very grateful, don't get me wrong, but there's this thing where like one more, right? And now by next year we'll have 5, and there's a lot going on, but I think I cannot have it other ways because I have the opportunity right now. I just have to go all in. It's not getting it. It's more about maintaining it and growing. You know, that's the challenge. It builds something in you. And this is where I'm kind of like, I want to get to a point where I'm so comfortable being uncomfortable, and I'm not there yet. Right now, it's like, it messes with me. Like even in my regular life, I'll be sitting with my friends and I'm not there. I'm thinking, shit, I have this to do. But I want to get to a point where even the problem I face on everyday basis, which is a lot, I'm like, okay, let's brush it off. Let's keep going.
It's part of the experience.
Yeah, it's like when you first start, I feel like every small thing can affect you.
Yeah.
Like every little thing can affect you. But you build like, you get tougher and tougher. And then you get to a point where like, whatever, it happened. Okay, let's fix it. Let's keep going.
Well, and I think to your point earlier when you said it, it's like when the problems get bigger, you worked in this environment where they would yell at you or they stress out. It doesn't help you get any better. And so I believe when I'm dealing with my team and something goes really wrong, I can do my best job as a leader to be calm.
Yeah.
And just, hey,
that's very important.
Yeah.
That's very important because they look at you.
Yeah.
And even when the business is slow, like the cook freak out immediately.
Right.
You know, you're like, are we gonna? I'm like, guys, it's a stage, right? And you have to show that you're in control, and automatically you feel like, oh, once the leader gets together, everybody is cool. And even like sometimes a smile can make the team happy or not. Like sometimes I come to a restaurant and I'm kind of pissed something happened, and they can feel that I'm not 100%. So you can feel the mood change immediately. And that's what I feel like I'm still learning as a leader, is to get better of lead by example. And I don't want to lead by fear. I know a lot of bosses and leaders that love the idea of the team fear them, but I don't want to be that guy.
I think to your point, that's the wave of the old generation. And I remember early in my career, I yelled at one of my employees, and my business partner goes, "What kind of chef do you think you are? You think you're going to change this guy's life because he works with you?" And I was like, maybe. And he's like, nah. He's like, these people want to be taken. They don't want to be, they want to be pulled, not pushed.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And it's a small town. Like if you're shitty with your cooks, and I mean, people are going to be talking, and in the end of the day, nobody going to work for you, you know, and without the team, you have nothing. Like I get a lot of the credit and maybe most of it, but I always try to explain to everybody that it's not a one-man show. Like, how can I forget my investors, my partners? Like without them, I can't even have all of that. The whole team, right? I'm the face, great, but you have to be aware that it's not only you. You know, like the dishwasher, if you call off, you're for them. Like,
no plates to plate on.
Exactly, But so it's a very fragile situation, and some people, when they're in it, they feel they're untouchable. Yeah, and then I think life will humble you.
Life will humble you. Yeah, every chef I know that has that goes later, but then they learn and then they become way better. Yeah, it's an evolution for sure. And then in your restaurant group, so is it one restaurant group that's opening different ones, or are you doing different partnerships?
It's different partnership, but it happened to know each other.
Okay.
In somehow.
So adjacent.
Hey, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got
So it's a bit tricky sometimes, but it's working.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think the Orange County needs things like this. When I grew up there, it was terrible. Like there's good Persian food in Irvine because Irvine's there's a lot of good food in Irvine because it's very ethnic. But outside of that, I would say that the culture there it needs a lot of help.
And I feel like there's so much opportunity in this country. I mean,
oh, I'm sure.
It's huge.
It's
like
huge.
I come from a country where it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Like people, if you open a shop here, like literally the week later, your neighbor will open the same one across the street. It's ridiculous. Like you're talking about competition. We're spoiled here.
Yeah.
Like really, here I'm like, I would be driving like for 2 hours. I'm like, wow, it's still empty. Like that's the idea. Like that's the vision, right? Like there is so much to do.
There's a lot to do.
Which is like, oh, okay, let's do it.
I love that.
And be careful what you wish for too. Like sometimes in life you think about something and it actually happened.
That's good. You don't want the competition though.
Yes, but it's it's easy to talk the talk, but sometimes like when you walk it, you're like, this is what I've been praying for or asking for. It's tough, right? But it's beautiful too.
I mean, it's all those things. And I think there's a moment for me when the restaurant is really busy and you can't look up because you're looking down at the line and you're in flow and your whole team's in flow. And I think that singular moment, I think is one of the best feelings in the world. I ride motorcycles so fast. I do all these crazy kind of thrill-seeking things. Nothing compares to that particular moment.
100%. And you know what's magical about this business? You have access to people you would never think you can ever meet before.
Oh, yeah.
Like, like everybody, when it comes to food and his stomach and eating good food, you touch his heart immediately.
Immediately.
And
I love that.
People can be like a nobody coming to a restaurant. You have to show them love, and some billionaire coming into your restaurant or whatever, right?
Sure.
Like, and you have access to his heart from the plate.
Yeah.
Right. And you meet a lot of people, and that's what's exciting about it. If you have just hunger in your head and creativity from being a good chef and a restaurateur, you can do a lot on the side. Like there's a lot of project I'm working on right now that doesn't have to be about restaurant, and it's through the restaurant business I'm able to work on it.
You're diversifying outside of restaurants already. I love it.
You have to think about it.
That's true. You do.
It's crazy how many people I've met I never thought I would meet just through the restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, that's a special LA thing too. I'm thoroughly impressed, Charbel.
Oh, thank you, brother. Really, I appreciate it.
You've done all of this in 4 years. You can say 4 years, right? 4 years you've been on your own. You took the plunge.
Technically.
Okay. So I wonder what the next 40 is going to look like for you, my friend. I think with this kind of ambition and drive,
I appreciate it.
I'm definitely a supporter of you. And
thank you. I'm a big fan too about what you have. Like I have a couple of your shoes and they're great. Really, like
I appreciate that.
It's very smart because I always thought about the idea of how can you have a bit of both.
Yeah.
Like shoes that look good but doesn't slip.
Yeah.
And you did it. That's genius too.
It took me 5 years and a lot of time and energy, but I know, I agree. I couldn't agree more. And so we have a few fun games that we like to do. Okay. They're pretty simple, but you're involved. So my first question to you is, what are your 3 ingredients for the success that you've had?
Like ingredients as...
It doesn't have to be food ingredients.
Okay.
But it could be like, what are your 3 things that are your success ingredients?
The first one that it's 100% been working for me is believing in God and praying. I'm a big believer, and everything I dream about, I just pray about it, and I see it happening in front of me.
I love that.
That's the first
so
one.
It happens, and when it happens, you're like, oh my God,
No, seriously, like all my life been based on that. And sometimes if it doesn't work, I know that it wasn't for me. And it's that simple, and it gives you hope too. Like in life, you meet a lot of you get disappointed a lot, and some deals cannot go your way. But when you have a belief in higher power, it just it walks with you in life, and it keeps you going. So that's one. For me, it's been great.
Okay, faith and prayer.
Yeah, and then a second one, it's just dream, man. Like don't be afraid of big dreams, and even if you don't have it, and it's not possible right now, know that You never know what's going on tomorrow. If you're waking up tomorrow, there is an opportunity. And third one is work. Just show up. However, whoever you become, and people gonna praise you, and whatever you feel like you made it or not, always remember that why you started. Like for me, it's cooking, right? So I have to always be cooking. Like I walk in the kitchen, I don't want to be the chef expo, like standing on expo and just calling ticket. First, I'm not good at it. I get frustrated fast, you know. And I'm like, that's not for me. I'll go back. Let me roast some. No, really, it's that simple. And just put your head down and keep working. And know that while you're doing it, there is a lot of people watching you. Some of them watching you to fail. They want you to fail big. And other people are inspired by you. So you don't want to disappoint them too. Other people are depending on you, either family member or friends or whatever, or team member. Yeah, knowing that you have a big responsibility behind you. Like in my shoes right now, with everything going on, you're talking millions of dollars being invested right now. So you cannot up. Like I can't have a stupid mistake by acting stupid, you know. I have to be smart about it, or my reputation gonna be demolished. And that's a very important part. And surround yourself with the right people, right? Being good at something, and let's say getting good in cooking or whatever, it will give you the key, right? But you gotta pick the right door to open, or it won't open, right? So surround yourself with people who share the same passion, but who are lacking what you're good at. That's very important. Like let's say I worked 10 years to become a good chef. I have to go look for a group of people who have interest in restaurant business, but they don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, great.
Now
you have something I don't have, and I have something you don't have. Let's partner, and don't be afraid of partners. Like, not all of them gonna work, but I come from a culture where don't partner for whatever reason. Like people are so afraid of partnering.
Less trust out there, yeah.
I'm like, I'll partner with anybody if we have the same interest. Like, I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you believe. If we share same interests, we're gonna partner and we're gonna make it, you know?
I love it.
It's very important, man. Those few things, it's been my philosophy in life. And yeah, I hope I'm not wrong.
I don't think you are. I think you're wise beyond your years.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'm visualizing you back at the meat warehouse, sleeping there, dreaming these big dreams and making these big prayers. And then today I'm seeing you sit in this chair and you're probably just like, man, like that's exactly my recipe. Like I did it. Like I'm doing it. You know?
It's been great. It's been great. I cannot complain. And it gives you hope, you know? Like I get so many DMs saying like, oh, I look up to you and I want to be like you. In my head, I really appreciate it, and it gives me like fuel. But again, I'm like, I'm not there. Just don't let yourself don't think you're there. You know, like, and I also tell my team all the time, when you have a bad service, like it happened, I tell them we're not that bad.
Yeah.
And when we have a good service, and I see
we're not that good.
We're not that good, you know, like that's
messed up. I like it.
It's the fine line between like both. Keep you balanced, you know. Don't get too cocky, but also don't get too beat up.
Don't be too beat up. Yeah. That's smart. Okay, these are the fun questions. All right. Omakase or a la carte menu?
Now, omakase now is trending, you know. Now it's big. I'll go omakase.
Omakase.
I'll go omakase.
Craft cocktail or aged fine wine?
Aged fine wine.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Smash burger or full-size patty?
I wish I can pick both, because like
they're both so good at their own.
Yeah, I think smash.
Smash, yeah, me too. Yeah. And then would you rather have a Michelin hole-in-the-wall dinner or a Michelin upscale dinner? And I know you worked at one, so.
Who put the question together?
Me, I put the question together.
That's genius. I love it. Both.
Both.
Fine. I want to do both.
You can do both. You can do both. Neapolitan style pizza or New York slice?
New York, 100%.
What's your favorite New York slice?
Cheese.
Okay, there it is.
I'm that simple. Plain cheese. Give me a good crust and I'm good.
Okay. When you go to a restaurant, would you rather order the customer favorite or the daily special?
Customer favorite.
Customer favorite.
Customer favorite.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Why?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know what they're doing with that daily stash. Oh yeah, you don't know the reason why they're on. Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
Is it leftover?
Chef Charbel, massive thank you for being here. You've reminded me about passion, hustle, and still having your feet to the floor. You're going to do big things. You're doing big things.
I appreciate it.
I'm excited for San Clemente. I'm excited for Vegas. I'm definitely walking over to your restaurant, tonight.
You're always welcome.
Thank you. And thank you, shout out for Snibs, for keeping us on our feet safe. And
if you're a chef, try Snibs. Trust me. It's
I didn't pay him to say this.
He's not. I didn't get paid for it, but get it.
Thank you very much. And make sure to subscribe, Dine and Grind, and we'll see you next time, chefs. Thanks.